Okay, been a while since we did one of these episodes.
It has. We've decided to call it Felonious Monthlies.
Yes, for now, until we think of a better name. We're always open to suggestions. We're improving. It's better than, I don't know what we called it before, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. So my name's Emma.
I'm Nazia, and this is the Felonious Monthly.
Yeah, where we talk about news.
Yeah, current. Well, it's not always that current because time does go very quickly, but recent news stories.
Within the past couple of months, anyway.
Yeah. Give us a good period of grace. So, is yours sinister or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It's yet to be proven.
Okay. We should probably, because we discuss these blind, don't we? As in, like, you don't know what I'm going to talk about and I don't know what you're going to talk about. But we should probably categorize them, saying, like, does your one die? No. Okay. So you can go
It's
off.
like the blind date of news. Like, blind date of crime news.
Yeah. So does anyone die in your...
No.
Okay.
Do they in yours?
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler.
Yeah. Should we start with my one then?
Yeah.
Just in case yours somehow lifts the mood. Probably won't, but...
I'm intrigued now. What you got?
So, sorry to say, I'm back in France because shit doesn't stop happening in this country. This happened a couple of months ago, and while it's not necessarily deemed a crime yet, because the police are still investigating, there are... I think, and a lot of other people think, there are strong criminal elements. So, and I'm really sorry, I'm going to butcher the name because it's French and I haven't lived in France long enough to do the pronunciations. So, have you heard of Kik?
No. Should I have?
Well, probably not. So, have you heard of Twitch?
Yes, that's a social media.
It's like a streaming...
Oh, for games, isn't it?
Well, I guess it started off as games. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess Kik is like the alternative to that.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I don't know much about them. But anyway, this is to do with Kik. So there was this guy in France. He was 46 years old. So he had a pseudonym, which was Jean Pormanove. But his real name was Raphaël Graven. And he and a group of other male streamers, I'll call them that, if you like, they did like a streamathon, I guess, where they just streamed nonstop for days on end. And I'm reading the translation of an article that was behind a paywall. Someone put it up on Reddit very kindly. I think it was a media part in investigation. So they reviewed 500 hours of live footage. And basically, I'll go by his pseudonym, Jean. He was tortured psychologically and physically by the other guys in the room. And they reviewed 500 hours of live footage of him basically being tortured and beaten and humiliated on live stream.
So they were in the room with him, or were they...
Yeah, I don't understand... if it was like a separate apartment. But like, he was quite well known for his streaming. And I don't know what started this off, but they decided to do this broadcast. And basically they dared people, like if people donated, then they would do certain things to him. It's a bit like that Black Mirror episode.
I was going to say, it is very Black Mirror.
Except no one's life is being saved or no one's attempting to save the life of their wife, you know, with of
doing pranks.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It started on the Tuesday, the 5th of August, and they launched their live broadcast. And within minutes, they had started humiliating him. So, like, they started throwing things at him, stealing his glasses, like agitating him. And then one of the guys his pseudonym is Naruto. He started presenting viewers with challenges to be completed if they made enough donations. And it was mostly around humiliations for Jean and another person who we don't know much about from these articles that I can access. He's called Kudu. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And Kudu, he has disabilities. I don't know, like he's under care, basically, but he's allowed to be in this room with these men. And he's also on the stream. Within like 30, 40 minutes, Jean was hit by one of the guys, but he went along with it because these were the conditions of the stream. At that point, had agreed that he could be humiliated.
So he knew that this could happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so basically they were mocking him. It started escalating him. So then, like Naruto, for example, at one point put plastic bags over Jean's head, and it escalated to punching. Jean was eventually obviously getting agitated and threatening to leave, threatening to call the police, asking to like get help, blah, blah, blah. Again, it escalated again, and they're not letting him sleep. So if he falls asleep, they'll do something to wake him up.
Okay. So really torturing him.
Yeah. And like at some points, he's saying that he's in pain and that he needs to go to the hospital. So the other guy is called Safin, who's also involved. So I'm just like skimming through the article because it's so long and so much happens. But like there's at one point he's shocking him with an electric dog collar, throwing buckets of water at him, and like again hitting him in the face. At one point, for whatever reason, he was, and I use air quotes because I don't know what the thing was, but like they punished him or they challenged him, I don't know, but they made him clean up the excrements of Kudu, who had defecated somewhere. He smoked, so they offered him a cigarette, and at one point that was a booby-trapped cigarette that exploded in his face. And this was going on for days, and like they were filming everything he was doing, like from cleaning things up. At one point, they dressed Jean and Kudu as babies, complete with like nappies, diapers for Americans, bibs and dummies, pacifiers, again to further humiliate them. And yeah, it just carried on. So this started, I think it was on the 5th of August. 15th of August, by this point, Jean is complaining about his ear hurting. He's still being beaten. He's still like being slapped, having his hair pulled, etc.
So this is 10 days later and they're still live streaming this?
Yes. And then Sunday, the 17th, so 12 days after, he's like complaining, like threatening to file a complaint. After he was slapped violently, he asked them to call, he demanded someone call the hospital. Obviously, nothing was done. And then at around 1 a.m., the streamers went to bed. Jean passed away in his sleep on the morning of Monday, the 18th of August, while still on live stream.
So none of these people watching this contacted anyone to get him any help?
I don't know. From what I've read, and I don't know if it's true, I think some people tried to contact Kik because obviously they don't know like where these people live, where they're located. I don't know.
Right,
I don't know.
They don't do like proper security tricks or...
I'm not sure. And Kik are now under investigation. They've banned Safin and Naruto. They've banned them from the platform, and I think they are being investigated. But get this. So this is from another site.
There's more?
There's more. So Jean had his funeral, and guess who attended? Naruto and Safin. They were among 30 people that attended his funeral, and Jean's mother says that they are not to blame.
What? Who is then?
So
Are they trying to say that he died of natural causes? Because that doesn't sound like...
So there's allegations of physical abuse, which there's evidence for, forced ingestion of substances and sleep deprivation. 9 days after his death, there was a funeral, and those two guys were there. And Jean's mother, we'll call him by his real name now, Raphaël, his mother came to their defense, and apparently she said, "People are talking nonsense and you shouldn't listen to what they say," according to the Daily Mail. "These are great people here. We have to do our best to help them as much as possible. They are really great people because Jean was able to do so much with them. They have values. JP was able to do things with them he wasn't able to do back home. They never mistreated him except once in the gym. what happens in the live stream is in the live stream. What happens off the live stream is off the live stream. When they go home, they don't take their work home with them. She praised the pair for giving their son what she described as a good life. I'm proud of them and I want to thank them for it. I am not afraid to say it.
Is she part of it?
I wonder if either she has no idea what happened because she wouldn't have understood what the kick streaming thing was, or she's choosing to ignore it because there's money involved, or she's in denial. I don't know. Like, some people are accusing her of like accepting some sort of payment.
Did Jean, was he going to get some sort of payment out of it, or?
I think he already made money anyway from his streaming.
Yeah.
But I don't know if, like, from this, I mean, he passed away, so I don't know where the money was going, what account it would have been going to. But Jean's sister said that what he endured was unacceptable. And before his death, he actually messaged his mum saying he felt like he was being held hostage and was fed up with the stream. So, come on.
So she knew something was going on.
He tried to reach out to her.
Yeah.
And so, as I said earlier, Kik has banned Naruto and Safin as an investigation continues. The platform also cut ties with a French marketing agency after promotional posts used Jean's likeness before his death. Autopsy found no signs of external or internal trauma, with toxicology tests expected to determine what the cause of death was. So I think there are criminal elements here, because it's like, and I'm sorry to use this comparison, but it's like in cases of rape, you know, someone can change consent at any time.
Yeah.
And I think the same applies here.
Yeah.
Like, these two guys, I don't know if, not that age matters, I don't know what age they were. You can just look at them and you can tell that they were basically bullying and torturing this streamer, and they didn't care. Like, they were in it for the money. They got shits and giggles out of, like, dehumanizing someone else and torturing them.
So had they done something like this before?
I don't think so. Probably not to this extent.
Yeah.
Like, they might, I don't know. I'm just speculating because I haven't looked into it. Well, I had looked into it, but I've forgotten because it was a couple of months ago. But like, you know how people do prank videos and things like that? You know, it's just a one-off.
Yeah.
And it's done. But this was like hundreds of hours of ongoing streaming. And it's just, it shows, like, it's not just the dark web. This is a very accessible platform. And the fact that this can go on and people, like, there's an audience, it's really sinister.
Yeah, and it's worrying what kind of audience it is that's watching this.
Yeah, like, if teenagers have access and this normalizes,
yeah,
like, violence and humiliation.
Yeah, and bullying.
And, like, you know, you look at the physical appearance of the guys, and, like, Jean, if you look at his physical appearance, he was not a very attractive person. You could tell he was, like, in a stereotypical way of speaking, he would have been, like, the one bullied.
Right.
If you get what I mean. Like, he was very, I don't know how to say it without being offensive, but if you just look at pictures of him, you could tell that he was the bullied person out of that group.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the victim, that's what I mean. And it's just very sad because he couldn't defend himself, and the fact that he felt like he couldn't physically remove himself from that situation and endured that for so long. At one point, sorry, I've just remembered, at one point they even filmed him and Kudu walking down the street holding signs, like, soliciting sex, advertising themselves for sex, and they were live streaming. Safin and Naruto were videoing them and live streaming.
So Jean held the sign for that, or?
Yeah, Jean and Kudu, they were made to hold signs advertising themselves, like, as prostitutes, as sex workers, for humiliation, and that was being live streamed. And it's like,
so just for content.
Yeah,
I don't get this like content generation. Like,
it's just, it goes out of hand. Like,
yeah, it does.
And it's usually, from what I've seen, it's usually young males who just have no boundaries. like anything goes. And in this case, it ended up with someone passing away, like in their sleep.
So did it say what he passed away from?
No. A lot of the articles in France are behind paywalls, which is freaking annoying. And I'm too poor to access those. But for the last article that I read, it said that the toxicology report was going to determine what but they couldn't find any injuries. And there are recordings of the videos available online, and they're just awful.
Wait, so they haven't been taken down?
You know how people, they just take a screen grab and...
I'm really naive, aren't I?
Well, I am too. It's just, if you go on Reddit, you can find everything if you look hard enough.
Oh, God. Yeah, the only thing I uploaded today was a question about the plumbing in the house.
Yeah, I go on Reddit for like innocent things, but then when it comes to investigating crime, researching crime things, like it is useful because this person kindly pasted the whole article that was behind a paywall.
Yeah.
But then in that same thread, there were people saying, oh, you know, if anyone wants to see the videos, like they don't have the video of, not that I've seen, I didn't go that far. I didn't see if there was the video of the moment that he passes away, but there were videos, like clips of him being physically assaulted by these guys. And it's really messed up.
Well, I hope we can keep up to date with it and come back with the toxicology.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be an update on it, and it will be interesting to see if any charges are brought against those two guys. I feel like there should be, because how the hell can they get away with this?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if the person that became the victim signed a contract and agreed that, you know, some of this stuff would happen.
Yeah.
But he withdrew his consent.
Yeah. And I don't know if there was some form of coercive control involved. Because if he didn't have, like, if that was his social life and that was what he thought gave his life meaning, then obviously he felt like that's what he had to do. And he was just being abused.
That's really sad.
It's awful, and it's just shocking that the mum is defending the two people. And it's just such an awful way to die.
Yeah.
Really grim. And the fact that people would have seen it happen. Like, it's just awful. It just, like, creeps me out that something like that could happen. I know, like, obviously there's, like, loads of shit happening in the world right now. But
I mean, if that kind of shit happens, like, there's going to be worse shit happening.
Yeah, there is worse shit. I mean, look at what's happening in other parts of the world. But it's just, you know, it's just these boys, they're just streamers who have been desensitized and thought money and attention was more important than the well-being of another human being.
Yeah, anything goes for the dollar bills.
And the clicks and likes and subscriptions and whatever. So anyway, should we move on to your one?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really get much better, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I kind of wish that I had found a more light-hearted story.
I know, there's too much horrible stuff happening in the world right now.
But if I say the name Barry George, does that ring any bells?
I feel like it should, but it doesn't. Who's Barry George?
Barry George was the man that was convicted of murdering Jill Dando.
Okay.
And then he was cleared. He was found not guilty after serving, I think, 8 years in jail for...
We're planning to do an episode on Jill Dando, aren't we, at some point?
Yeah, because that case is still open.
Yeah.
But Barry George has been charged with rape and 2 indecent assaults against a teenager that has been alleged to have happened in 1987.
Okay. So that's come into investigation after he was released from prison?
Yeah, he was released in 2008 after his conviction was overturned.
Right.
And the woman, who is now in her 50s, was 14 years old at the time of the alleged attack.
Okay.
So the Crown Prosecution Service has authorised the police to charge him, and they're going to do a follow-up investigation. I'm not quite sure what evidence they have.
Yeah.
Because it was so long ago.
And if it was just, I mean, not to invalidate her allegations, but if it was just one person that's coming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She said that he sexually assaulted her on 2 separate occasions in September 1987.
Right.
Which took place in West London. Yeah, he's scheduled to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on the 29th of October. So I think we should know more then about what kind of evidence they have and if they have anything that could stick.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because it's so long ago.
Because of how high profile he is, they're obviously worried that he's going to be charged with a crime that he didn't commit or...
Yeah, that is a very delicate case. It can go either way.
Yeah, so they've asked no one to report on it or share information online. Yeah, that's all I've got, really.
Yeah, we'll see. We do have some good news.
We do?
I mean, it's crime-related, but Ian Watkins.
Oh, yeah, that one's gone, isn't he?
Yes, that's some good news. I don't care what anyone says, but...
We don't believe in the act of murder.
No, we don't condone it, but if someone is... I'm gonna like really butcher the quote, but there's this guy on the internet called the History Wizard. He's brilliant. He's got a PhD in like genocide and Holocaust studies. Anyway, he said something about Charlie Kirk, which I feel like just puts it very well. He said, if that person has no interest in changing who they are and being a better person and stopping the harm that they've caused in the past, if they're going to continue that harm, then if their death stops that harm, then that's a good thing. You know? Like, I don't know if Ian Watkins was on the path of redemption in prison, but like, obviously he did some really, really awful stuff. This
was the second attack on him that actually succeeded in killing him. So
yeah, and it was only a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Yeah. The first one. Yeah.
But there's been rumours that increased violence inside that prison has occurred.
Yes, especially for people that are in for sexual offences.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but boo fucking who? You know? And it's always been that way in prison, as far as I'm aware, like paedophiles especially.
So that we're told through the media anyway.
Yeah, like they're not treated kindly in prison. So, yeah, like at least that's one less evil person on this earth. Because I don't know if I can't remember what his sentence was, but like there's no guarantee that if he ever got out that he wouldn't have...
I think it was 25 years, something like that.
Yeah. So he would have been alive if he got out.
29 years, sorry.
Yeah. And he'd already served quite a bit of, like 10 years, wasn't it?
He was sentenced in 2013.
Yeah, so he'd served a third of his sentence. But there's been 2 people that have been charged with his murder.
Yeah. Oh, they've released the names of them as well.
Oh, have they?
Rashid Jadel, who's 25, and Samuel Dodsworth, who's 43.
Okay. I mean, I wonder what they're serving for, but I'm just reading about the prison. So this is on the BBC. So as you mentioned, violence had increased since a recent inspection. Among those currently serving time at the prison are believed to be Roy Whitting, who murdered 8-year-old Sarah Payne in 2000, and Reynard Sinaga, who was convicted of 159 sexual offences against 48 men in 2020. Both men have reportedly been attacked at the jail in recent years. And this is the same prison that had Harold Shipman, Ian Huntley, and Pirandita Khan.
So I found out what Rashid Goodell was imprisoned for originally.
Okay.
He's from Ilford, by the way.
Oh, nice.
He, along with Shiro Ambersley, was sentenced for the murder of Sven Badzak. They were sentenced for life with a minimum term of 27 years.
Well, now he's probably going to have another life sentence. Potentially.
See if I can find the other guy. Samuel Dodsworth. And the headline says, Derby rapist and kidnapper jailed for 24 years. He kidnapped a woman and then raped her 5 times.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I guess I'm assuming that in prison, even if you're in there for sexual offences, there's a hierarchy in the victims, isn't it? If you're abusing children, it's like the worst of the worst.
Yeah. And in defence of him, his lawyer said that he had substance abuse problems, an extensive psychiatric history, and was repulsed by his actions.
Okay.
Then a few years later, he takes part in a murder of a paedophile.
Yeah.
So, that's it, really.
That's that for the... Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but yeah, that's that for this month. Hopefully we can find some less grim stories for next month. Can't make any promises.
Yeah, go elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, sorry. I need to get out of France.
It's difficult, though. It's difficult to find crime news in other countries.
Yeah, unless it's like really significant. But also because this is happening in France, of course I'm going to get it on my news feeds and on my phone. But yeah, we'll try. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Yeah,
if you kept with us this far.
And you can like us and subscribe to us. And you can buy us a coffee as well if you like.
Yes, please. We need coffee. Always.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can find more information about the show on our website at feloniouspod.com or on our Instagram at felonious.pod.
Links to our show notes can be found in the episode description, as well as through our website and social media. You can visit our Contact Us page and tell us what you think about the show, and if there are any cases you would like us to cover. We hope you join us for the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.